Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins. We got a great show today. It's a reaction video. Boochie Bear, aka Brandon Tucker. Did he pump fake people at No Jumper, or Boochie Bear pump fakes No Jumper hosts? Well, No Jumper. It's crazy because we're going to watch a video by Point and Shoot. Salute to him. And we will be breaking this down. See what went wrong. How did he find out if it's true or not? Or fucking just comedy. But let's here we go. Let's watch. And it'll be a quick show, so no worries.
Alright, so for this video, I want to talk about Boochie Bear Brandon, because apparently he reportedly announced that he's taking a step back from No Jumper in like this attention-seeking scheme.
Yeah, and listen, man, Brandon is not here. Brandon has officially quit No Jumper.
Brandon didn't quit, bro. This some cat, but
He said that he's taking a step back for a couple weeks.
yeah, that sounds possible.
And this could not have come at a better time, because I've actually conducted a full-scale investigation into Brandon and his dealings, and I do not like what I have discovered, and neither will you. Turns out
These motherfuckers are like the police. Oh, y'all can't even see it. I'm sorry, everybody. Let's watch this from the beginning.
Alright, so for this video, I want to talk about Boochie Bear Brandon, because apparently he reportedly announced that he's taking a step back from No Jumper in like this attention-seeking scheme.
Yeah, and listen, man, Brandon is not here. Brandon has officially quit No Jumper.
Brandon didn't quit, bro. This some cat, but
He said that he's taking a step back for a couple weeks.
yeah, that sounds possible. You feel me?
And this could not have come at a better time, because I've actually conducted a full-scale investigation into Brandon and his dealings, and I do not like what I have discovered, and neither will you. It turns out that Brandon is nothing more than an imposter, a charlatan, a goof. What? He's an absolute goof, and wait until you see what I've got. Wait till you see what I'm going to accuse him of. But first, I want to just give you guys a brief history on who the fuck he even is. So Brandon is nothing more than just some regular guy that got recruited to be a host on No Jumper by Poetic Menyengo Jala.
Frederick Jala is my real name.
And so he's just this regular guy, and he comes on and he makes a name for himself very quickly because he got Dodson fired. Everybody remember?
I'm going to say he had a big name because of Tariq Nasheed. If you don't know, if you haven't seen the video that I have done, it has done numbers. But Boochie Bear got chased and damn near left his fucking lawyer to get beat up by a few big Mexicans because of Tariq. But yeah, shout out to Boochie Bear, Brandon. He does his thing. I tell you that, you know. Let me tell you something. Even if he did get known for Tariq Nasheed, at least he took advantage of it, you know? I think he kind of already had a name, but his name wasn't that big until he started, you know, battling with Tariq Nasheed, you know? So, yeah.
Remembers that when Brandon got Dodson fired by provoking and instigating a fight with him, and then when Dodson stood on business, he got fired for that. Remember that?
But I just caught you one. I just caught you one. Check on that. You are a bitch. Guys.
So he gets Dodson fired, and that's all fine and well, but what ends up happening is his ego becomes so inflated that he starts popping it, and he starts basically asserting himself as Debo of The Office, saying he can beat everybody up. He's a Crip. He is a fighter. He's a black belt. He can whoop on everybody. Look at this.
Because ain't nobody in this motherfucker gonna do nothing about it.
But he's a kid.
Period.
Wait.
No, I don't give a. It's not that easy. We think know what we doing.
Bro,
We think know what we doing. Everybody know I was from 20 Crip. Ant, Munchie, whoever was like laughing at that shit. LA niggas don't run shit in Long Beach. Never. We not worried about you niggas. Do you want to swap? Do you want to fight? That's the any nigga in here. Look. Any host on No Jumper.
Editing your podcast on Riverside is a no-brainer,
shit.
and I want to show you why. Your podcast transcript is here.
I don't care, Hoover, A-Trey, Inglewood, whatever.
And not only was he calling out literally everyone's fade, he was saying that, he's not afraid of anyone. He's too much of a black belt to be afraid of anyone. He can beat anyone up. Not only was he saying all this stuff, but he was also pretending like he's this hyper intellectual, very calm.
That's the crazy thing about this. I'm gonna say point and shooter, you did your thing, and the reason why I'm gonna say you did your thing, you did gas it up. Everybody loved the gassing up shit and stuff, making shit sound like it's more than it was. Let me tell you something. No jumper can't get mad because this is what they wanted. They wanted the bullshit and the fake news and stuff. Like, come on, let's personally be honest. Did we forget that Adam 22 tried to pump fake everybody, said that he was gay and he did a gay photo shoot with a known gay, what was it, porn star or something like that? So this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing why he's doing this to no jumper, nah, nigga, this is what you wanted. Like, y'all niggas been doing this shit ever since. Ever since AD and everybody left, this is what y'all been doing.
I'm cool, collected, very mature, very more mature than anyone else, basically. Look at the way he portrays himself.
When it comes to remaining calm in tense situations, there's only one word you really need to understand, and that word is perspective, also known as point of view. In the situation involving me and Almighty Suspect, there were 3 perspectives that I had to understand, or at least attempt to gain an understanding of, that allowed me to remain calm and maintain discipline in that situation.
So, I mean, he says that this is calm and disciplined, this right here. And so what he does is he carries himself as this intellectually superior person that is just above everyone, but he actually behaves like a child. He behaves like what he accuses other people of behaving like. He behaves even worse.
You're a 27-year-old man-child who's throwing temper tantrums when you don't get your way or if someone offends you. It says power by no jumper. Nigga, I don't know if you know how to read, but the motherfucker...
No, he's talking to jumper show, though.
So I asked, what the fuck does that mean? And the nigga told me, shut the fuck up. He should shut the fuck up and learn how to do his job better. That's what
Wait.
Y'all ain't no shit. Y'all ain't no shit. Call the nigga. Steve, call the nigga. Who y'all got? We fading or what we doing?
Bro,
We fading or what we doing? Call the and they basically are propped
He does talk crazy, so this ain't nothing new. I'll be back, everyone.
up off of all these dudes who just can't control their emotions, right? You're trying to disrespect me?
Yeah.
Y'all niggas are bitches because niggas like suspects. Stop it, niggas. Stop.
Here.
Stop. Please stop.
Well, here.
Damn, you were acting like a child, and the whole chat was calling you out, looking like you're gonna cry, bro. And you're saying, you calling me a child? You're calling me a child? And you were literally about to fucking break down crying because of how mad you were.
So, yes, he was actually about to start crying because of how upset he was. This is a child.
You could call your hardest nigga from wherever you from. I'ma say it to that nigga, he don't do shit. You said it, I'ma say this again, because ain't nobody in this motherfucker gonna do nothing about it.
But he's a kid, man. Come on.
Listen, you said it's a no jumper show. This nigga said it's not a no jumper show. I look at the flyer. You know, this guy is just, really emotional and angry. Steve, call a nigga. Who y'all got? We fading or what we doing?
And I want people to understand that this whole tantrum that he's throwing on this live podcast is because someone told him to shut the fuck up.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
I don't give no nigga no disrespect. I don't disrespect nobody. Bro, shut the fuck up. I'm asking a simple question.
Facts, no.
It says it.
Yeah.
These niggas need to learn how to do their job. If it's not a no jumper show, don't put power by no jumper on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's it. I respect Nate, Kenny. Do I disrespect you?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Les, do I disrespect you?
No.
Do I disrespect you?
No.
Did I disrespect any of y'all?
That's crazy too, because Lush knows that Brandon is highly disrespectful, specifically to him, especially to him.
Okay, bro.
Shut up, Lush.
Gang members.
Shut up, Lush. If you go, Stop. Shut up, Lush. Man, shut up, Lush.
And so this is who Brandon is, okay? He's a crybaby. He's a man-child. He's emotionally unstable. He's everything that he hates about other people.
What's going on, Rando? Salute.
And so that's all facts, right? But here's where it gets really bad. This is where the violations start to
Shout
roll
out
in.
to
So
Rando.
Brandon has been traipsing around the office talking about his black belt, right? His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and this has been the talk of the
This shit is crazy. When I heard this part right here, this shit blew my mind because he's disrespectful. Let's not act like this man's not disrespectful at all. You know, so at least we will give him the benefit of the doubt. Point and shoot, the benefit of the doubt, and explain what he's talking about and what's really actually going on. So yeah, let's listen to point and shoot.
down.
I'm expecting the black belt to come out.
Well, but he has that confidence because he's a
1, 2, 3.
Niggas just so ideas.
fucking black belt.
Guy was a black belt. They showing all your old footage, slamming niggas around and shit.
So this is a problem here because everyone's sort of talking about Brandon like he's this cage fighter type of fucking guy that is just an American badass.
And hold up, everybody. I'm gonna say this. I called it first. I was like, nigga, you too old to be doing karate with kids. I called that shit first, and I said there's something up with that shit. You read from Tariq Nasheed, and you talk about the nigga had like 3 or 4 people with him, and I'm like, I can't vouch for that. So we got to see what was going on, and I seen the video. You ran, Tariq ran up on you with 2 bad knees. You said so. You know, you make yourself look crazy.
You can just whoop everyone's ass. This is actually a huge violation, and I'm going to explain why. Black belt Brandon has officially been accused by me. This is all my opinion, but I am accusing Brandon of jiu-jitsu stolen valor. What? That is correct. He's actually been misrepresenting his achievements. This is actually almost like lying, okay?
In hood terminology, this is like false flagging. Not Jeezy. Ty Boho. He said Ty Boho. Yeah, man. Man, it was false flagging, man. We got... Niggas say you're making up your own credits. That's all what this man is saying right now.
Okay? And I'm going to show you this. Listen to how Brandon describes his accolades. He says he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion at black belt. Look at this.
Coming in the door, I'm understanding, dude, you're a world-class black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Lush, listen, this is the equivalent of me as a Jiu-Jitsu black belt world champion. I no longer could win in my division. You got a lot of dudes here who speak in an authoritative way on things they failed at. I speak on jiu-jitsu, but I'm a black belt. I've won world championships. I am an authority on that because my success has validated me.
So did you just hear what he just... So he says he's a black belt who has won world championships. And I'm looking at him when he's saying this, and I'm going, you're morbidly obese. What? You are a crybaby. There's no way you've won anything, world championship in anything. And so I was highly skeptical, and what I did was I opened a separate investigation into his jiu-jitsu stuff. And, of course, I found out that he is misrepresenting his accomplishments. He's not a world champion. He's actually far from a world champion. He's never competed on the world stage. He's never competed as a black belt in his life. So not only has he never...
This is the crazy part. When somebody, that's like somebody telling me, you're not really from Boston. Whoa, what you mean? They say you're from like Connecticut or some shit like that. You'd be like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? No, I am from Boston. If I was Brandon, I'd be pissed off about this shit. And the reason why I'll be pissed off, because at the end of the day, you're lying about my life. You know?
Never won, but he's never competed as as a black belt.
But I'm a black belt. I've won world championships.
He calls himself a black belt world champion though, because when he was a brown belt, he won an SJJIF which is not a world title at all.
It's obviously it's not accurate to call yourself a world champion if you won an SJJIF.
And that's exactly what Brandon is doing. He's considering this a world
Peace,
title.
what's going on? I seen your channel yesterday.
And this is what I'm
It's
talking
good.
about with the stolen. This is why I consider this to be a jiu-jitsu stolen valor, because he's claiming he's a black belt right now and claiming to be a world champion because he won at brown belt at the SJJIF. So what he's supposed to say is, I won an SJJIF when I was a brown belt, but I'm a black belt now, but I'm not a world champion at all. That's what he should have said, but he didn't say that. Everybody knows, including Brandon, by the way, that in order to call yourself a world champion in jiu-jitsu, you have to go to the IBJJF in the gi and win and compete against other black belts and win and become a black belt world champion, or you can compete at ADCC and that title will do just fine because that's actually the real world title.
The only way to be like a real world champion is like fucking win ADCC.
Are payday loans over?
Yo, this is
Overwhelming
the
you with
crazy
debt?
part.
If so, then listen closely.
I'm gonna say this. This is the crazy part because he's being exposed. You know, it's being exposed. No, you did good, man. I like it. Like I said, we have different content, but I like what you be putting out, man. You know, and the reason why I like your content because you have a different type of content than I do. It's similar, but it's very different. You know, so it's dope. You know, I heard you in Convo on there yesterday. It was good, like I said. FBA Convo. He was there, you know. That was a great conversation. I will tell you that. It was a great conversation. But back to what I was saying, I'm gonna say this. Brandon, like, I'm not the biggest Brandon fan, but I respect his content. His content is abnormal. It comes from another point of view. It comes from a Pan-African point of view. You know? But it's like it's cut. There's certain things that's cut off that's like conservative. As like an immigrant conservative. Like, say if I come from a country and I say I love America, I'm always going to put America first, but I'm not going to adapt to the black culture. I'm a adapt to the conservative culture. You know, so this is what Brandon kind of put out in a Pan-African way.
In the gi, I think IBJJF in the gi at black belt is like, that's for the gi, that's tip top. You know what I mean? But, you know, I would say those are kind of my thoughts on the matter. Great question, point and shoot. Great question.
And so this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu stolen valor type stuff that's been going around is a problem. They've actually written articles about people like Brandon who think they're a world champion and who represent themselves as such when it's really actually far
American
from the truth. And it's you know, I don't want
to American Dream. Yeah, channel's gonna get there. Like I said, your shit's lit, man. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's I don't know if it's unconventional, but it's a certain way that you do stuff that your channels. It's a fly way. It's a dope way, you know.
I hear people saying this is semantics, bro. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal. They're writing articles about people like Brandon, and people need to understand that Brandon has never competed at the highest level at any belt. Brandon has won his medals competing against 17-year-olds. Look at number 2 in the country. So these are purple belts, okay? This isn't the top of the top. And Brandon, when he won this medal, he thought, I'm the champion of the world. No. You're you're like the world's okayest grappler. You're not very good, okay? You put in the time to be a black belt. You got your black belt. That's fine. But to call yourself a world-class champion, that's what I got a huge problem with that. I'm sorry.
Coming in the door, I'm understanding, dude, you're a world-class black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
And even the I'm a black belt thing needs to stop. Modern jiu-jitsu is different. The black belt barely even means anything anymore, basically.
Now in jiu-jitsu, you have clubs giving away belts with membership.
What?
Yeah, so if you show up, we count how many times you come to practice, and then you have a stripe every so often. It's all scheduled. We tell you when you're going to get your purple belt. It's already...
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, there's clubs now.
Who the fuck is doing that?
I don't want to say.
Like, what point and shooting point, or I know I'm butchering the man's name, and I apologize, but point and shoot is doing, he's exposing the things that the martial arts are doing, you know, and and how are they messing up? They're exposing how basically it's not about martial arts, it's about money. It's about green. It's not skill, it's not talent, it's about skill. And this is what point and shoot is doing, and I can say it's kind of dangerous. Because you're going to put a person in a situation they can... And I always tell people all the time, you got to be careful with these people who knows Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Like, Dylan Dennison. Everybody, was it Dylan Dennis? The guy who fought Logan Paul. People got to understand, that man is a dangerous guy. Yes, he's fluent in that shit. If you give this motherfucker one of your joints or your limbs, he can dislocate it or you'll be fucked up for a few months. You can be fucked up for a few months. This is why people always tell you don't fuck with those type of people. But Brandon, he's being exposed from not knowing it. He's saying he's a world class. He gotta understand when he says stuff like that, you're putting yourself up. You're putting your name up there with Ryan Gordon's, the fucking Dylan Dennis. Who else? The fucking people in Brazil. Those are the people. The Royce Gracies. And if this is Royce Gracie's school that's teaching him this shit, shame on you. Shame on you for giving him that belt for fucking showing up.
Because
you don't have to say, but that's real.
Yeah.
So they give you a certain number. So if you train for 50 days, you get a stripe. You train for another 50 days.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, already started.
So they're handing these things out like candy. And listen to Faraz's explanation of like these gyms that are more lenient on people because they want the money. And then I'm going to play you a clip of Brandon seemingly doing the exact thing that, I mean, you're just going to have to watch this. This is amazing. Watch this.
Let's take out the sparring. Let's take out all the hard training and guarantee this guy a black belt in 4 years, 3 years. Whereas opposed to taking 10 years, the guy down the street is going to go out of business. Why? He's charging a fee to train you hard. And it's going to take you 10 years, and you're going to have pain and suffering. Whereas this guy, your neighbor, your competitor down the street, he's giving it to you in 3 years, and there's not much pain and suffering involved.
Yeah.
So you get the prestige of a black belt without the hard training.
So he says that there's Brazilian jiu-jitsu gyms that are giving black belts out. They're making it easier to get the black belt, and they're making it way quicker to get the black belt because they want more students to sign up. Now listen to Brandon talk about his journey to get his black belt. Listen.
EVE to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do what to this.
So I talked to him about what it would take for me to train. And so he starts selling to me, giving me the typical rundown. He shows me the belt systems, how long it takes to get to this belt. I'm already like, I ain't about to pay you for 4 years for no purple belt. Like, I feel like I'm talented. I just finished playing college football. I'm like, I want to be like on the fast track. So when he told me the price, and in my mind I'm just like, yeah, this ain't happening. But I like the gym because it was named after Royce Gracie, the guy who I saw on YouTube. So then I leave out, and in my car I Google another place, and I saw Checkmat, Fight Zone. I was like, well, let me go over here and see. Maybe because they don't have the big name, maybe it'll be a little better, maybe they'll be a little bit more.
Nigga is teabagging him right now. Yeah, point and shoot. Salute to E. Will. Yeah, niggas teabagging him right now, man. That's fucked up. Look at that shit. That's fucked up, B. Why would you do
lenient on the pricing? They'll work with me more. And maybe I could figure out a way to get my black belt before 10 years. 7 years later, I'm just now getting my black belt. So it's like...
The reason why you didn't want to go there was because they had like a 10-year plan for you?
Yeah, that's what the chart said. I was like, I'm an athlete. I'm a high-level athlete. So I was like, I want, the people that at least not acknowledge that and put me on a plan which is geared towards me.
So it sounds like he got some expedited shipping on that black belt, doesn't it? And what's funny is that, why would you get your, race to get your black belt in 7 years or 6 years just to never compete and never prove yourself? That's really interesting. It's almost like he just wanted to get that black belt for validation so that he could talk about how he's a black belt. Craig Jones, world-class grappler, by the way, Craig Jones, silver medalist in today's jiu-jitsu. Listen to this.
He's being exposed right now. He been pump faking, talk about he's this world jiu-jitsu black blue jiu-jitsu champion. This is what Boochie been saying, and this guy was just saying that it takes like 10 years to get. He's saying that Brandon got that shit in 7 years. But the guy on Joe Rogan just exposed that like niggas been getting their belt within 4 years. All they have to do is keep on showing up. So they're getting black jiu-jitsu belts for just trying. And that's crazy. And I was explaining that people can get hurt doing this shit. Like, this motherfucker might put somebody in a move and not really know how to do it fluently and hurt somebody. Or these motherfuckers might get beat up because they thinking that like, oh yeah, I know jiu-jitsu.
It's like a marketing trick to keep people hooked. It's the reason why people do jiu-jitsu longer than they do kickboxing or boxing classes. It's a hook to keep you invested. It's like a multi-level marketing scheme. It's like they want to get the blue belt, they want to get the purple belt, and the black belt has a long established history in all martial arts. So it really is just a marketing strategy to hook people into the sport and make them feel special and validated. But at the end of the day, like, you could be a shitty black belt.
So again, he raced to get that black belt in 7 years just to never compete, but also go around calling himself a world champion. That's what he did. And he had everyone so scared of him. Everyone respected his belt. It was really disturbing. Look at Almighty Dodson.
That nigga's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The nigga done won gold medals and shit for this shit. He's a weapon. That's a weapon.
Yo, my nigga got pump faked. Yo. Yo, Almighty, you got pump. Yo, this nigga had you scared, nigga. Like, yo, this nigga, he really didn't win no world. He didn't win no world fucking tournaments. He was just winning, like, he did tournaments, but they were like tournaments with like fucking little kids, my nigga, basically. Like, just to see where you are at. Those type of time. When I did karate, that's what they did. They did me do tournaments just to see what I was at when I was like 8, 9 years old, my nigga. It's just
Everyone
watch
respected his belt. It was really disturbing. Look at Almighty Dodson.
That nigga's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The nigga done won gold medals and shit for this shit. He's a weapon. That's a weapon.
So Dodson was scared shitless of him. And
yo, my nigga sounds scared. Like, yo. Shout out to Almighty, yo. He was nervous, my nigga. Like, yo, this nigga, he's a weapon.
Just want everyone to know, you don't have to be afraid of him. He's harmless. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. This is competition. It's a sport. It used to be an art of self-defense. It was designed for a small guy to be able to defend himself. I just said that too. She ran up on him. In the real world, right? It was never a competition, but now it's all about the competition. It's about the medals. It's about the points.
People say and do things that cross the line.
So would you say that modern jiu-jitsu has lost its way?
There are people who their focus is to score points and catch submissions and win medals.
And so what I'm getting at by all this is that this isn't fighting. So Brandon doesn't train against getting punched. He's never had to deal with getting punched during one of his matches. So why does he think that this is, this equals a real world street fighting talent? I mean, even people are saying that even in MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is no longer relevant.
We saw that recently with Kron Gracie getting his head smashed against the ground. This is like the most perfect demonstration of jiu-jitsu in modern day MMA by Bryce Mitchell and being KO'd. Jiu-jitsu just doesn't work in that environment anymore. There's a couple of reasons. There is no other environment where this is a functional technique, meaning if you are training this, There is only one reason to train it. It is to beat other people in the gym or in the sport of jiu-jitsu. Okay, so that's why you would be training, not for self-defense. There is zero applicable value here for self-defense. I would argue it is developing.
He's a weapon. Yo, this nigga had me laughing. He's like, yo, he won gold medals. This nigga made it sound like he was an Olympic gold champion, my nigga. Like, yo, yo, this nigga, yo, I don't know if, I think Omani was really scared. Like, real talk. He thought he was gonna, like,
bad habits for self-defense, reaching for the gi, you're going to get punched in the head, being too comfortable on your back, inverting to roll to take the back here is insane on concrete, right? Your goal should be to get back to your feet, to sweep and get to mount position. You definitely don't want to be on your back, inverting while holding someone's collar and him punching you in the face with 42 steps before you get to any viable location. And this is, jiu-jitsu has become so convoluted with this. It's become, chess. It's human chess. That's what we all say. Again, I've been doing jiu-jitsu 26 years. I love jiu-jitsu, but I acknowledge what it is, a sport within itself. This is why it's no longer as applicable to MMA, because you just can't do that in MMA. You can't do that many steps.
If you're texting a girl you really like, but she's leaving you on red, waiting hours to reply, or ghosting,
the complexity is too much.
Well, that's really interesting because this guy Brandon's going around telling everyone that because he has a black belt that he shouldn't have to fear anyone in life. What? I swear to God, I mean, look, he said that.
That's where I got my black belt from. Like,
very
the
proud
top
of you.
Of the top. So
I'm very proud of you.
Like, it's so crazy because it's like, even when it comes to like being afraid, like just my lineage as far as jiu-jitsu is concerned, I can't be afraid of you. Who are you?
Right.
Like,
now,
even if you pull out a gun, like, who are you? Like, bro, I didn't been to war for my squad. Like, no.
Isn't that amazing? He just said, I've been to war for my squad. He's never been to war as a black belt. What? Well, why would you make everyone think that you have? Could it be because you want their attention? You want them to be really impressed by you? That's what I think. I think that you are doing jiu-jitsu stolen valor, and I think your belt should be revoked from you immediately. So I want to show you this next clip. This is a very important clip because this shows Brandon's skill level. And what you're going to see is Brandon doesn't have any hands at all. He doesn't have any fighting skills at all. I mean, he just, wait till you see this boxing match. They do a body shot match where they only are allowed to punch each other's bodies. And Brandon agrees to fight this untrained, completely, not a martial artist, not a black belt, not even a white belt. And he agrees to box this guy. And this was huge. This was Brandon's big debut. Everyone was waiting to see black belt Brandon in action. But what ended up happening is by the end of this 4-second match, Brandon was seen sliding across the floor on his back.
Oh, no.
Ready? Let's get ready to rumble! Fight! Fight! He's out of down goes Frazier.
This is why I tell y'all niggas stop going up to New Jumper. Shit like this happens, man. You get exposed, man. You get exposed doing this type of shit, man. Y'all gotta be careful going up there.
Down went Frazier. He just absolutely sucks at fighting. Anyone could beat him up. A 10-year-old girl could beat him up. Did you see how quickly he was put on his back and how he was just sliding across the floor and his arms and legs were just flailing? He just sliding across that floor. It looked like air hockey to me. So he was just sliding across that floor, and that's crazy as a world-class master of something. Really, really cool. So Brandon goes to the ground immediately after sustaining blows, but he immediately starts making excuses for himself. He says he slipped. So they ran it back a second time, and this is what happened the second time.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Wait, go.
So Brandon goes down again, and he really got the Mario coins knocked out of him. Look, this girl's got one of his shoes. He got knocked out of his fucking shoes by this not even white belt. This is an
Oh, that's fucked up.
His shoes. He got knocked out of his fucking shoes.
That's fucked up. That girl should have never done that shit, man. Oh my God. Yo, that girl's foul.
By this not even white belt. This is an untrained fighter. This is not a world-class champion like Brandon, but he whooped Brandon's ass on camera twice.
Pearl Park Baxters, Skyline Pearl Park, Sunny San Diego.
So this was really funny because it nullified it. His career ended. Brandon's career as a podcaster ended at this moment. This is a historic moment, guys. He actually lost all credibility immediately and overnight, and he is now an internet lolcow. He's basically Jala, okay? I mean,
Frederick Jala is my real
it's
name.
really, really impressive how he ruined his own career by making himself out to be this world-class black belt jiu-jitsu guy. And then he just gets embarrassed by this fucking. I mean, you couldn't have written a better story, honestly.
Come on, deeper. Hey, come on, talk. What? So what happened and how did it go?
Shout out to my boy. The first one was a slip.
No, for sure.
But I had you backing up on that last one. Come on, man.
So Brandon gets absolutely dominated. He loses both matches. Everyone's laughing at him. People are like, what the fuck? You know, he had a lot of people fooled.
Brandon.
To start a podcast with Riverside, all you need is a concept and a way to record it.
In California.
Brandon, another dude that be on the internet talking all this old MMA ass shit. And I seen him get slid out of his goddamn shoes yesterday. That might have been up the street from goddamn No Jumper. I wanted to go up there and whoop Brandon's ass myself, man. After I seen him, I said, man, you kind of had everybody fooled.
Now, the only person that I think didn't get fooled by Brandon was Lush. Lush was always, he never respected the belt. He would say things like, man, shut your black belt ass up. That shit don't mean shit where I'm from, homie. I'm from the west side of town, fool.
What? Sheer athleticism.
You're 36 in a karate class. Shut the fuck up.
Man, okay.
This is disrespectful. Watch this.
Lush was just tired of hearing it, and he really didn't care. I mean, it's just...
Sheer athleticism.
You're 36 in a karate class. Shut the fuck up.
Niggas is laughing. Niggas is hurting his feelings. You can tell his feelings is hurt, man.
Lush was just tired of hearing
man,
it,
why you doing
and
that,
he
bro?
really didn't care. I mean, it's just like, cool. That's your little sport that you do. It's not something that you need to, go around and try to prove yourself to everyone with. You know what I mean? That's really pathetic. So he loses both matches. He is devastated. He's been exposed. People are laughing at him. His identity has changed instantly. He is severely devastated. He goes home. He's such a sore loser. He goes home and starts live streaming. And he does like a 4-hour cope stream. And it was so... I mean, people weren't going for it. Look at these comments. Every single comment was just laughing at him, saying, you lose, you're delusional, you got dropped, everything that you could imagine. And Brandon is just panicking. And he knows his career is over. I mean, this was an overnight sensation. This couldn't have been a faster fall from grace. We've never seen a fall from grace this fast. Really, can we think of anyone who just completely torched their career over... I mean, this was an overnight thing. This was not a developing sequence. This was
Michael Richards, but Michael Richards been in the industry for probably like 30, 40 years, though. He fucked his career up. When he was high, he fucked his career up like that. He was Kramer off of Seinfeld. He fucked his career up. Motherfucker had a white person moment. A white person's meltdown, a Mayo meltdown. It's torched his own career up, calling motherfuckers monkeys, making monkey noise. Oh man, he got mad at black people. Yeah.
An impact. And I also want to say he's been lying about his height, I think possibly because he lists himself at 5'9". He says he's 5'9".
He looked good. How tall was he? He about 6'2"? 6'2". I'm 5'9", 320.
He a big dude.
But I have evidence to suggest that he's much shorter than that, like more like 5'5". What? Look at this.
I mean, Brandon like what? 6? Well, I mean like 5'9", 5'10".
5'8".
You wish Brandon was
He's shorter, right?
Nigga, bro, he's 5'5".
Yeah, that was unfair. That was unfair.
You know 5'5".
He's like 5'8".
But Brandon was.
Jala is taller than somebody.
Frederick Jala is my real name.
I can't believe it. So I did the research, and he's absolutely correct. He's absolutely correct. He's taller than Brandon. And so Brandon's cooked. And when he comes back from this little stunt that he pulled, so he didn't quit. No jumper. He'll be back. But he wants to do this thing where he wants people to miss him and complain about him not being there and stuff.
He's
But,
rebranding.
which is not happening, by the way. But when he comes back,
this is what you call rebranding. You know?
I want people to pay attention to him because he's been doing something very bad. And I'll explain what he does. So what he does is he pretends that he's like smarter than everyone and more educated than everyone on every topic. But what he's actually doing is he's looking at his phone secretly and looking up information and then presenting it as like,
that's foul. This nigga's really exposing him. Shout out to Point and Shooter. That nigga's really exposing you, bro. I mean, Point and Shoot podcast. Sorry. Yeah, the nigga's really exposing you, man. He's calling you a fucking idiot.
Information that he just knew off the top of his head. This is a form of deception, which is a violation.
You're the way that you articulate your words, the way that you're able to communicate, the way that you're able to captivate the audience, like that is substance within itself. You get
Now,
me?
this next part will be his conviction with what he does. This is what he does. This is his whole thing is I'm the smart guy. He's not smart. Look at this. This is actually lying to me. What he's doing in this next clip is the same to me as lying. And I think you'll agree with me. Look at this. So this is Gorilla Hebrew. This guy right here is Gorilla Hebrew. He has been accused of wanting to be pegged. Okay? And so so there's like this discussion going on, and Brandon doesn't know anything about what they're talking about. And he gets asked his opinion. Whack 100 goes, "Hey, dude, what do you want to say about that?"
Yeah, that was crazy.
And Brandon doesn't have the answer because he doesn't know. But then what he does is he pulls his phone out and looks the answer up on AI. And then he butts in and then starts like talking over everyone, acting like he knows everything. I mean, this is a huge violation. I'm sorry.
Now, mind you, we're supposed to follow the Bible. The Bible say the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall a matter be established.
This guy just seems grifter to me. I don't know anything about him, but I just can tell that this is not who he is. Isn't he from California?
So if anybody don't know who that is, he used to be part of a Hebrew Israelite school. He got caught. He said he was role playing with his shorty about being pegged and like sexual fantasies and stuff. If a bitch talk about like just pegging and all that other stuff and like dehumanizing me and shit like that, then that shit's getting shut down. He didn't shut that shit down. He kept on playing the role. So now niggas think that he likes to be fucked, and he was watching his girl get fucked by a white man. It was crazy, man.
California. He's from the Hoovers, but he talks all funny. He's like, "We're supposed to about the Bible." That's not how you talk, bro.
They don't have 2 or 3 witnesses that I've actively participated in any of those things. Hold on, don't cut me off.
Look how quiet Brandon is. He doesn't know anything about any of this. Look at this.
You cannot convict me of any sin unless you have at least 2 witnesses to substantiate it.
This is why I don't fuck with religion.
Now listen.
So we're witnessing Brandon lacking knowledge on the subject, so he's going to start going for the phone. Look at, he's going for the phone.
Hold on. Let me finish my point, though. Let me finish my point, though.
Hey, Brandon, what you got to say about 2 or 3 witnesses?
So this is really important. So Brandon is asked directly, "What do you think about this? What is your input on the 2 witnesses thing?" And Brandon just kind of shrugs and goes, "I don't know. I don't have anything to say about that."
Listen.
And then he sits there for a second and looks around the room and pretends like he's not about to look up the stuff on his phone. It's almost like he's trying not to get caught.
What?
See, this is the problem. I gotta finish my point, though.
This serious though.
No, so very simple. Hold on.
So Brandon sits here and Googles things and AIs things for like 15 minutes straight. I'm not even kidding. He's just Googling away. He's just gaining all of this knowledge so that he can regurgitate it onto others to make himself look really smart. And this is exactly what you're going to see happen in this next clip.
No. Listen, whack. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing.
So Brandon just got asked about this. Whack said, "What do you think about this?" Brandon said, "I don't know. Who cares?" He looks all this stuff up on his phone, and now look at him. He's getting all comfortable. He's getting ready to put the microphone up to his face. He knows he's about to start dominating. Look at this.
Peg me. Nobody asked for that.
Can I please?
Hold on, listen. No, damn all that. Damn all that. No. Can't nobody else speak because
No,
what's happening? No, hold on. Just I got you.
No, because you this is personal to you.
Yeah, it's way too personal. Hold on, because let me say this though.
Now, what he's supposed to do is say, I just looked all this up on my phone, and what it said was this. He doesn't do that. He slides his phone into his pocket and starts talking as if he's talking off of his personal knowledge he carries with him everywhere. That is not... like I said, I got a huge problem with that. What the fuck is that?
First of all, Tazariak is totally wrong.
No, he not.
Yes, listen.
It's out in the media.
Listen. One, Proverbs 25 talk about when you go in to judge your brother or bring him up on anything, that's supposed to be done in private. You don't bring that. You don't bring. Wait. Listen. You.
Boochie Bear is a Pan-African. He's a Pan-African. What are you talking about? He's a Pan-African. You didn't know Boochie? You didn't know Brandon was a Pan-African? He used to work with Dr. Umar. Him and Poetic Flacco.
Don't bring it to but
So how is this not one of the worst people ever? I mean, he's really... I mean, he knows the verse. Proverbs 25 says it. You were just asked 20 minutes ago about this thing, and you knew everything, but you didn't want to say anything then. What has changed in 15 minutes?
Take it.
It's just really bothersome to me. It just really makes me furious. And he basically calls other people stupid because they don't do this and they don't have that kind of AI knowledge that he does. And so he spent all that time looking that stuff up, and now he really needs it.
No, I just found something else I wanted to talk about. This is just a reaction video too, Kwame. But I have to say, Kwame, you've been on a lot of stuff, man, and people been violating you, man. You need to learn how to defend yourself a little bit better. Same people getting attacked by dogs and picking cotton that's not a flex, man. You know, that's not a flex. You know, it just sounds like some immigrant shit. You know, I'm just being personally honest. I have been seeing you, man. I seen you on whose show? Was it FBA's News? You arguing with this nigga, and this nigga just out here violating you, bro. You know, so you again, you need to learn how to defend yourself a little bit better, or leave those type of topics alone. You talking about Black Americans and shit like that, nigga, you ain't gonna win. And the reason why is because Jamaicans really didn't do anything. Like, historically, Jamaicans really didn't do anything. You know, that's a flex. You know, you could talk about the white man all you want, but we're the minority, and we still got more done collectively than damn near any nation in the modern era. That's what I'm talking about.
Everyone else to know the information so that he sounds
so defend
really
yourself
knowledgeable.
A little bit better.
So he just sits there and talks over everyone this regurgitated knowledge.
His judgment of it is being done.
So you pretty much letting us know how you want it to be handled when your
his
shit come
judgment of it is public. What he's doing, that's wrong.
Oh, Josh,
listen.
Is that what he's saying?
Hey, hold on. He knows. This guy knows that if he ascribes to the Bible, him publicly condemning him and making fun of him
would need to happen.
is wrong.
You know y'all need to get y'all debate out because y'all need to run that. You said some shit. Oh, they already had it.
Listen to this guy. I mean, he knows this stuff off the back of his hand. It seems like, why? How come 15 minutes ago he did this?
Wait, what you got to say about 2 or 3 witnesses?
Listen.
And then 15 minutes later, he's like the most scholarly, knows everything about this exact proverb. I mean, this is really, really disturbing. I mean, I'm not sure. This might be a
was
condition.
Eating your food,
really,
bro.
I mean,
I
really,
tell you that.
It might be. There's something
you can call him
is
mental,
wrong here.
He has mental
He's
issues,
acting
but
like
he was
a
eating your
fucking
food, man.
Disturbed attention-seeking child.
I'm gonna tell you something, Kwame. That's not a
like he's the
flex, man.
smart.
I gotta be personally honest. You saying, "Oh yeah, niggas pick cotton," you sound like a white boy. I'm gonna be personally honest. And niggas getting bit by dogs, you sound white. You know, like I said, you gotta have better talking points. This is why I always tell you, like, yo, if I didn't know if you was Jamaican, I would have thought you was white. You know, and there's nothing wrong with being white, but if you're Jamaican, you have no Jamaican aura. You look funny. You look like you was a mixed race, you know, Bob Marley type of nigga. You know, you're trying to find yourself. I'm just stating. No, you're not stating facts. You always say that. Like I said, you need more talking points, bro. Like legit factual talking points. Not factual points. And let me tell you why I don't like facts anymore. Because those can be debunked. The truth can't be debunked. Facts can be debunked. That's like somebody telling you, yeah, the sky is blue. But you could be like, oh, well, the sky can be like a fucking gloomy green sometimes. Yes, if the fact is that the sky is blue, but it can be different colors. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I don't like people who say, oh, I'm just stating facts. Because it can always be debunked in a certain way. I'm not saying you're not doing good. It's just you're not doing bad either. You know, so you just you gotta you sound like a Pan-African, you know? That's why I told you these Pan-African have these white supremacy ideology, you know? So, like I said, just try to, you know, instead of trying to divide people, unite people. And what I mean by unite, accept the person of who they are. When you start accepting people for who they are, you can work with people, because you know what a person like and dislike. You know, so you know how to maneuver instead of stepping on niggas' toes and stuff and wanting a nigga to listen to you. Most niggas will never listen to a Pan-African, and the reason why people don't listen to Pan-African because Pan-Africans are biased. They have always been biased. They never really been pro-black. They only been pro-African. You know? You can't unite with no people who can't admit that, you know what, they were talking shit about us. You cannot unite with nobody if they can't admit that they fucked up. These Africans, these Latinos, these Caribbeans, we can't work with y'all because y'all can't admit that y'all fucked up and said the wrong thing to us. For 40 years. We have evidence. We have seen it. Like, why? This is why I said, why would I want to work with a fucking Pan-African? Why the fuck would I want to work with a Caribbean or an African? Knowing that they don't want to change. None of y'all niggas want to change and be better. Black people was the only one that changed and became better. And when I mean we became better, we learned how to work with each other now. We knew how to act when there's a coon-ass nigga around us. We learned how to act when there's a foreigner around us. We studied and try to be fluent in human nature when it comes to people from other countries, while still having respect for them.
Artist guy, because this is what he brings to the table. This is what he says. He's like the intellectual that no jumper needs. They need a smart person. Well, he's not that smart. He just looks things up on his phone. I mean, he's winning all these arguments because he's got 5G. What? He's intellectually and technologically superior, sure. But this is what he does, and this isn't a one-off thing. He does this all the time. This is one of my favorite ones. Look at this. This is when he Googles the definition of a word, and then he says, the problem is you guys don't know the definition of the word, and then he starts telling everyone about the word. This is a serious one. Look at this.
Intelligent is Mark Lamont Hill intelligent is probably Tariq Nasheed. Intelligent is...
So Jala's talking about who he considers to be intelligent, and Brandon just needs to figure out how to make Jala look stupid. So he Googles the definition.
This nigga don't like Tariq Nasheed. That's why he gave that look, and I don't think Point and Shoot know that.
Of the word intelligent, and then he tries to do this weird. I mean, this is weird. Look at this.
Conversation. Right. Even if, like, yo, you are on, like, the right side of the topic and you're 100% correct, you probably just have, you know, like a mental capacity that probably won't allow you to be able to fully express yourself in those rooms,
Or you
right?
just haven't studied as much.
Right.
I think the problem is you don't know the definition of the word intelligence.
Okay.
And so you're trying intelligence. There can be like intelligent life in like the wild. Like all intelligence means is to be able to acquire and apply knowledge.
So did you just see what he just did? Did you hear what he just said? He just said intelligence is the ability to acquire and apply knowledge. That's the literal definition. So Brandon demonstrated to everyone that
this is the type of shit, man. You gotta be careful with Brandon and stuff like that. He had a system. He has a system. We can't get mad that he has a system, but at the end of the day, you can't act like you're smarter than people and you didn't even know what the shit was yourself.
that he has the definition of the word intelligence memorized. What? That is insane.
Yes, I'm on row. They say GLP-1s for weight loss is a shortcut. It's not. It's...
Does anyone see why I have a problem with this? I think what the problem is you guys don't have the word intelligence memorized like I do. That is really, really crazy. I'm sorry. Just imagine that. Imagine being that sick that you look up the definition of a word on your phone and then you turn around and accuse other people of not being smart because they don't know the definition. Something's going on there, okay? Does this make sense? Who does this? Who behaves like this?
Right. I think the problem is you don't know the definition of the word intelligence.
Okay.
And so you're trying intelligence. There can be like intelligent life in like the wild. Like all intelligence means is to be able to acquire and apply knowledge. A damn squirrel breaking open a nut learned it from his mom. That's intelligence. So when you said semi-intelligence, you literally insulted that man.
No.
You listen.
Okay,
You put
Go
bro
ahead.
in the category of prehistoric man, bro. Like before we learned to use tools,
I don't
like
think
when we
you
was
meant that, but
when,
that's what
like
I'm
when we
saying.
were
He
chasing
compared him to a
animals to
squirrel.
exhaustion.
He compared him to a squirrel.
That's crazy. So Mr. Black Belt Smarty Pants uses his phone to gather info to create semantical arguments that don't even make sense.
What?
That's what he did. It's scientifically proven right there. Brandon's whole understanding of everything in the physical world, I think, comes from AI.
Let's say it one more time. If your band is blue in LA County Jail,
You're keep away from somebody.
Listen, man, I got the receipts. You can look it up right now. AI. I have people calling in who just got out the county.
Hey, listen.
ChatGPT is not always the most reliable.
Yeah, chat is wrong this time. Hey,
And it's pretty funny, too, when he doesn't have his phone on him and he gets put on the spot, he completely folds and just starts making things up. Look at this.
To join for membership at
Why
NATO.
shouldn't they join? They want to join.
Well, clearly because
they want to join. So
they
don't
made
get
an
invaded.
agreement with Russia not to join and become a member
Russia
of
agreed
NATO.
not to invade.
If they didn't try to become a member of NATO.
They didn't become a member
They
of NATO.
tried to.
They didn't. Why
They
shouldn't
applied to be in NATO, bro, several times.
Well, why aren't they?
Because they can't be in it. Too corrupt.
Why? I think they should be in it.
I think that you should mind your own business.
Finland's in NATO. They got NATO on their border now.
This
So
is
why
American
haven't
business?
Russia invaded?
And then he usually diverts this into like a race topic or like go home to England type thing. So Brandon is pathetic. He's not very smart. He's not very good at jiu-jitsu. His career is over. Everyone hates him. This is a really special time. And I'm just glad to be a part of this. So thank you guys for watching this, and I will see you.
Wow, this nigga really. I'm gonna say this. This nigga Point and Shoot finessed this nigga's career. This nigga took his career and made it his own career. This nigga is the new exposer. He digs deep into your shit. I actually like Point and Shoot because you know what? This isn't the only person he did this shit to. He did this to what's my man's name? Adam 22. Oh yeah. So yeah, he's anti no jumper, and like I said, he did his thing, man. And I think we need to appreciate content like this, because at the end of the day, most of these people would have been thinking this nigga is like fucking Lethal Weapon over here, and he's not. So shout out to Kwame, E. Will, American Dream, Rando. Who else? EV. Shout out and all the other people who was on here. I'm sorry I can't think of any. I can't see all of y'all, but thank you, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. But I'm doing the Chocolate Man podcast. I was supposed to do that shit today, but I was like, nah, I want to do this one actually. So everybody.